Oh, man, this is 50.com. The Heineken is here. Hoo-ha.
And the ESSO, Everyone Sees Sounds Official.
AKA No Cap Zone. He is not having it. We're going to talk about that on a future episode of Bag Fuel. This is a Bag Fuel, This is 50 collabo. And sitting towards our left, we got Lootie Banz. I said that proper?
Yes, sir. That's it right there.
Where you repping from, Killer?
Harlem, man. East side.
How's Harlem been? You know, y'all took a crazy L?
Yeah, Harlem been. Man,
But you know what?
It's for the culture, though. It is.
No. Harlem will always be about the flash before anything else. Because when I first started going uptown, I was like, why you niggas wear all these colors for? I switch it up, so I don't mind the colors. But it was 8 days a week, not even 7 days.
Niggas bright.
8 days a week.
That's used to be like. One thing these niggas know how to do is spend their money, though.
Yes, they know how to spend their bread. They know how to trick. Well, they know, Harlem niggas know how to trick
in the right way. I ain't gonna front. They taught me how to navigate the strip club.
They know how to trick. They know how to bag a bitch. They are experts at that. You know what I'm saying? Being on time, never being on time.
Never.
Nah, they not on time, niggas. Businessmen, not too many of those.
Good for double parking,
businessmen.
fish spots,
triple parking.
Oh, triple park. You getting money,
double park, son.
Yo.
You know, bagging bitches and tossing it to their mans. Y'all the first borough I've ever seen do that. Niggas be like, you can't.
Nah, Queens niggas pass their bitches along.
Not like on the level of
I didn't say not on the level. I didn't say. We just said the level of uptown with they hoes.
Like they the first niggas I seen do that shit and didn't fight. Brooklyn niggas is not sharing bitches knowingly. It's a shootout, Lootie. You know that. I'm from Brooklyn. It took me years to be like, all right.
Bronx niggas is kind of tight on the hoes too.
Yeah, they keep their hoes
Bronx
close.
niggas hate on you, but
they not playing. You not.
Bronx
niggas
hate on you with
especially they Spanish.
Everything personal.
My God. Everything personal. Oh my God, Bronx niggas hate. Oh, this nigga always coming through with them hoes. What?
Like always looking.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Exactly. But go ahead. So Lootie Banz, what's up with you? Tell the people what you got going on.
Yo, I'm messing around with this music, man. I got a lot in store coming. I even got artists that I'm working with that's well on their way. So Lootie Banz is the brand. I go by the middleman. I'm the man in between everything. Okay. I don't even limit myself. I'm trying to be involved in it all. So.
I think that's what it needs to be. Like anything and everything is available as long as it's not, tarnishing your integrity and your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I might start a porn company or some shit. I don't give a fuck. Because who's that dude that lost 50 million during the pandemic? I forgot. Some dude lost 50 million. So you can never make enough money. I'm not saying sell your soul.
He lost 50 million. He in the wrong places.
I mean, nowadays it's acceptable to do a whole lot of things to bring your vision together.
Yeah, it wasn't always acceptable.
Because before it was like you a jack of all trades, but you a master of
none. Yeah.
So if you acted and you rapped or sang, they was looking at
like
you
frowned upon.
Like how you doing both?
Like, come on, cut it out.
Over there and somebody else could act. But now, because of social media and because of technology, there's so many other things that you can actually get done while you're sitting.
Of course.
So you can multitask a whole lot more and do a lot more things, and you can be on camera now. Remember, these type of cameras that we on right now, you couldn't even
turn that shit off, nigga.
You couldn't even get it. And then you couldn't buy the cameras because they was too expensive. They $100,000 for the red and all that other type
bullshit.
of shit.
Now iPhones could shoot it. This shit shoots in 24 frames. You could shoot a movie with this.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Nigga,
you shoot your video with that.
Yeah.
And there's people who do. They do all of it right there on the phone.
Yeah. The only time I don't use this shit is in the strip club.
Oh, yeah, you got to be low.
Nah, it's not even that.
I don't know.
It's just some niggas never know that they bitch is busting it open. And for some strange reason, when you put they bitch on camera,
they always see it.
That's the time they find you. You from Harlem, you know what I'm talking about.
Bitches, you know how many times bitches was like, yo, listen, no phones, like anything but no phones.
No phones.
Yo, listen, man.
She a whole nother person when she walk out them doors.
Clearly.
Listen, man, I had Danny Deuces been on the show with me, right? Me and Danny never took no pictures together. We've been following each other for the longest of the times, right? The first day we took a picture and I posted 5 motherfuckers that don't even follow me was like, oh, that's my girl. Then I'm like, yo, B, if it was your girl, right? Yeah. Say it was your girl.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is you on my page, son?
Cause they following the hashtags and the tags. That's why.
If you so thirsty to follow your girl's hashtags, yo, doggy, I got a whole wife, and I barely even look at her page until she asked me to go like a photo, and that's real. Mm-hmm. So if you following a tag or something for your girl,
how it is when it's really
you are desperate, my nigga. Like, chill out. Stay off my page. Don't hunt me down. Especially for a girl that's just a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. Y'all need to relax. But back to Lootie Banz. So where you doing your music at? Like, what's your process? Because you're here with us, right? So people want to know when they watching, why are you here with us? So what do you want them to go look at, go see, or find out, or while you're on the show with us?
I want them to go look at my page, first and foremost. You feel what I'm saying? Because I do music, but my personality, my business sense is all there. I want y'all to get a hold of all of that because I plan to be around. I plan to be seen and unseen, but I plan to be here. But my music is gonna be. I took everything down. I'm about to release everything September 15th.
Oh, that's my birthday.
Yeah, that's my birthday too. That's
shit.
We gotta do something now.
Pots and pans.
You know, we gotta do something.
Out of 365 days, our birthday ranks 298. That's how uncommon it is.
I was uncommon?
Yeah.
I start seeing a lot of people with that birthday. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah. His is up there, though. Like, common birthday? No, middle. It's middle.
On November 29th.
He's like...
November's, October's. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's a lot. So September 15th, your project's dropping. Great day.
Yes, sir.
Well, what does the project entail? Are we getting stories? Are we getting skits?
You getting all of that. You getting stories. You getting skits. You not
classic Harlem shit.
Yeah. I put a foolproof project together. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an EP. It's going to be 8 songs, 2 skits, an intro.
I have an idea for you because I'm gonna pitch this idea to SO2 because y'all know each other, so y'all stories is unique. You know, John Gotti had his underboss Sammy the Bull, whatever. So everybody's like he snitched, but he broke down why he said everything. And he got these stories he tells about his life killing niggas and being in the mob. And it's so well produced. A person like, because Harlem niggas all got stories. And this nigga, just his West Coast stories alone. I'm going to send you the video so we can brainstorm. I never got a chance to speak to you about it. But I think that's something as black people, we're great storytellers. We need to present that as a product. And I feel like even if you get a chance, throw some stories in your project.
Yeah, that's all I got is stories. That's all.
Without no music. You know, just
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But you could put like some like a music bed, but it sounds so theatrical. I'm gonna send that shit to you too, Preachy. It's well produced, man. And I think as black people, we're not telling our stories. We tell them on the block.
We don't, because we scared sometimes because you got the police that's saying that.
But he's 75.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
He's young. He's young. See, when white people go up and they tell their story, they don't put no dates on it. They take.
He put dates.
But they take it for granted because he's 75.
Yeah, he's 75.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about someone that's young. He can't put no date. Think about what we said when we had sat and we talked to Cowboy and he was talking about his man. Is about to get knocked for something that he did 7-8 years ago. That this nigga stopped banging.
He did it at 16.
He did it at 16. He didn't realize whatever. Kid is 23 now, about to turn 24. And somebody else is snitching on him for an old crime that he did. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people telling their stories on record and they getting locked up for it. You got niggas looking on your gram saying, oh, that this is proof that he's doing this. So it makes it hard for us to tell authentic stories nowadays.
I think there's a way, you know, because we'll figure it out. It's just I like to toss these ideas because if a person that has no connection to my culture can catch my attention, us as great creators and performers, we can take that and spin it on a whole nother, you know, genre.
Yeah, we the greatest at that. We the greatest at reinventing what we already invented.
Like, even though I'm from Brooklyn and Esso's from Queens, we got a lot of roots in Harlem. Take us on a tour of Harlem for the people that don't know. What's it like going to the fish spot at 3:30 in the morning? People don't.
That's like the after spot for the club. That's like you might see anybody in there. I remember I seen Post Malone in the fish spot on 2/5. It was like 4 in the morning. I'm like, yo, look at this nigga Post Malone right here. Niggas like. They didn't care, you know. Nigga, you know, New York niggas be like,
fuck that nigga.
Right, that nigga better get in line. Regular shit, like. But yeah, but real shit. But Harlem. But I'm gonna say Harlem, but New York, period, as a culture, we so used to seeing so much that when we see stuff that ordinary people see is like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And plus, we got our own demeanor where we not even going. We just be like, "Yo, that's what's up."
I'm with my girl. I'm not. I'm not
cut it
like,
out.
With chill,
like,
son.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You better hold your composure because she watching that too. Like everybody watching. That's how we carry ourselves, like as if we the center of attention, no matter who's around.
No matter, exactly.
You know
if fucking Jay-Z is there, like, bitch, I ain't thinking about that.
That's what's up.
I ain't think, yo, chill.
That nigga watching us. He know me.
It's popping here, bro. Like,
that's where
chill
it's
out.
at.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yo, you know how many niggas I know that be like celebrity niggas. Yo, this nigga stole my style. This nigga never seen him a day in his life, but that's how you gotta. It's alright to feel like that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like hold that on your shoulders and keep it with you.
Yeah. What else is a tour of Harlem? You know, like
the East Side.
The East,
because everybody talks about the West Side.
Yeah, so
only
I'm
Jim
glad you said
Jones
that.
talks about the East Side.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because it's a totally different culture. It's a totally like once
it's
you
more
cross
Spanish
that,
over there, right?
It's more Spanish, but
it's more thug over there.
What's the cutoff at for the Spanish people?
For the Spanish, nah, I would say like safely 116th, 117th.
Okay.
Like
so
that.
Break down the East
But
Side.
they further down between like 110,
110, 101st, 102nd. That's the area I
used
grew
to
up
fuck
in.
with
Like,
a Spanish chick over there. That's what all the Spanish. But once you cross that line, it's all black people.
But another thing though with the Spanish culture in East Harlem is that, like growing up, I never really looked at it like that. Like yo, he's Spanish, I'm black. Like we ain't have that barrier. It was until we got older that we kind of like other people placed that in our heads that we. But growing up, it wasn't no barrier with that. We knew each other first and last name. That's the difference between the East Side.
Yeah.
Like you talking about who? You talking about Mike?
Velasquez,
nigga,
Villanueva.
Yeah, like we really grew up with each other, real close knit. Even though it's staticky over there, it's staticky on the East Side, but. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up before it got to that point. It's different now. Harlem and everything's different. But
different in what way?
It's different, like, in the sense of, like, the streets. You know, like, growing up, everybody was outside. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They group, you hold your block down, everybody held their block down, everybody was grouped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it wasn't no static, somebody who not from there might drive through there and be like, nah, it's staticky, but it might not be staticky. It's just everybody just out, out and about. Yeah. First hot day, like March and all of that, like is active outside. The club is outside. It's not so much like that.
Been outside over there.
Yeah, it's still like that, but not like how it used to be. Yeah.
And it's way more. It's way more gunplay. Yeah. Like it's gone back to what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like right in the middle of where we all was coming up, the gunplay had kind of ceased. If you heard about a nigga getting shot,
it was a big deal.
Damn, niggas got shot, cause niggas wasn't even like niggas who was carrying guns was knowing like if you get caught with the burner, it's 3.5 to 5. Now these gang niggas is in gang niggas like, so what if I gotta go in there for 3.5 to 5? Like it's light. It's not the same. It's not the same wave. It's
like college now.
To that.
I just had this conversation with one of my dudes, and I was telling, he was like, yo, these young niggas, man, these shit is different. Remember when we was...
Because you did a bid too,
I did a bid. So I was one of the young niggas who I was like, yo, he's wildin'. So when I look at the young niggas now, and I be like, all these niggas wildin'.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Word, like all of them niggas wildin'. Like, exactly. And they not playing... They not even playing.
They not playing.
And they ready to go. And another thing I noticed is that they really starting to be a little bit more loyal with one another. Like he said, like they gotta go sit up. They go sit up. And these little young 19, 20, they got the bag. They gonna feed him. They gonna make sure he good. And he gonna sit there. He gonna get big. He gonna come home. And he gonna be like, all right.
I'm back on. I'm only 20. I'm 23, and I'm right.
And he the OG low key.
I'm ripe and
right
ready.
Back.
Now, on some of these stories, I actually wanted to say that because I want to know, is some of these stories in your music?
Yeah, all of them. They not real detailed and dated because you know that's like an accident waiting to happen. But also I did my time, so I could talk a little bit more and be all right.
Did you max out?
I not only did I max out, I caught a new bid in there. So
how did you end up catching a new one? So they knew you was about to get out and jammed you up, or?
Nah, it's more so like it's more so like the jealousy thing. That shit is nonstop.
Inside the.
Especially in there, like because everybody got this perception of jail, like it's all manly, but I didn't notice how feminine niggas could be until I went in there. Like even tough niggas, they got tendencies like women, and I didn't even know that existed until I was in there. So I'm on the money. I be focused on the money, so it's cool for me to talk about. But I was in there, I was focused on the bag.
Okay.
What? Just go for that? All right, we gonna get it in.
What's the biggest money maker where you were locked up at?
It was the biggest money maker on the streets.
The weed, yeah, coke.
Okay.
Because niggas is bringing that coke in there.
How is niggas smoking?
Girls, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas
Shit like
know how
that.
they bring it through the PO.
No. I'm not saying that. How is niggas smoking in there though?
Niggas is just smoking. Like, yeah, you see how niggas walk out, niggas go to the yard, niggas smoke in the yard, roll up in the yard, smoke out there. It's a big field. So, you know what I'm saying?
Like, they gotta walk up
just
on
move
you.
around.
And you can see if they coming and shit.
You got it. And niggas is...
So weed and bitches is the biggest money maker.
Yeah, even...
Coke is
all
big
like
in there.
Dope is major in there.
Dope word?
Yeah, because you gotta understand,
so they got
niggas
the
is doing...
syringes or they sniffing the dope?
They sniffing it.
They
Niggas
sniffing
doing 40 years. You know what I'm saying? They trying to drown that out.
They are sniffing the dope. So, do you think that you're gonna have that's gonna when you drop your music, because most people pull on that fan base.
Yeah,
it's a big fan base to be like, I really was locked up.
Yeah, I
really did my bid. I really was on this shit. Is that the fan base that you're gonna target first with your music?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. So music for me is therapy. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to the music. Sometimes I get beats cooked up from scratch, but still sounds to me like resonate like words. Like if that makes sense. Like certain instruments.
Everyone sees sounds official, nigga. Of course, I think that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. You definitely can understand where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
So that's how I get the feel is that's how I approach it. That's how I approach it. I don't have like I want this fan base. I give niggas I give them who I am, and then who gonna gravitate or you not gonna gravitate.
Well, how do you plan to promote it though? Like because this right here, you're promoting yourself,
right,
and you're promoting your project, right. But beyond this, what's gonna be your next level of promoting?
Beyond this, I got a PR in place. I'm gonna be.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in as many publications as they could put me in. Okay. I'm gonna be in as many spaces and be seen as much as possible. That's really just it. I'm gonna let my PR handle it. I'm gonna negotiate. I'm gonna steer her in the right direction. But I'm gonna let her do what she gotta do, and then I'm gonna do everything I gotta do.
How you make, not to be in your business because you get money. What's the biggest money maker for you now? Or let me not say that because that's too personal.
Nah, that's fine.
But what direction do you think people should lead into to get some money out here? Because shit is tight out here.
That's a tricky question only because everybody's different. But I would say that
what's working for you?
Working for me is like I said, I'm the middleman. So
understood. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna break it down a little bit more because I want them to understand.
Yeah.
Like I broker deals. You know what I'm saying? That's my side hustle. I broker deals because I have a passion for creating business and seeing it through. So that's where I make my money. I don't care if you want to sell clothes. If you got a shop, I know people who got. I can get you the clothes in there. Whatever you doing, if I can't do it, I'm gonna tell you I can't do it. But 9 out of 10 times, I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna reach out to who I need to reach out to, and then I'm gonna get it done. Cause that's my passion.
I think what you're saying, if you can't do it, I'm not gonna do it. So many times, money's tight. Cause I be getting the calls too. And I'm like, yo, listen. It's not that I don't want the money, but the realest shit Esso said, if we execute this time, the money's gonna keep going. So why am I gonna go for a fast buck? What am I gonna get? Let's say $1,200. That might cover rent, depending on where you live in New York.
Right.
Or
New York is rough, baby.
Yeah. So that depends on where you live. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So I think knowing how to chase a dollar without killing your integrity, that, like we said earlier, is really important because you want to keep having good business coming through. So that what you said really resonated. If I can't do it, I can't do it. I seen niggas say, yeah, I can get you guns. They ain't never seen a gun in their life.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I done did that. Just off to try to be really like, I could, my brain like, I could do anything. But then what happens is you end up, you might even get it done, but at an expense that you wasn't even willing to pay. Like you might not make no money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it done, not make no money. You might make money and then be and not be, satisfied with your job, or you know what I'm saying, or they might not be satisfied. They might not be satisfied. They'd be like, and you be like, yo, you don't know what I went through, but they don't care. They don't care. That's not like a you problem. Like,
all money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money.
That I had to learn that the hard way many a times because you know it. The scariest thing about the all money is not good money. Somebody could tell you that, right? It's not good money. Then you meet somebody and they give you the impression like this other person was wrong. And then you go all the way to the end, and then when it comes down to it, that's when you find out that this motherfucker's foo-foo. You know what I'm saying?
That should be the word.
You put all your energy in it.
Or you could go get the money, and then this is famous. This is why I talked about women. They could just ruin your reputation. And you got the money, but that's your last check for the last 7-8 years.
That's it. Never coming.
And then they ruin your whole rep. And it don't gotta be true. Some of it could be true. Some of it could not be true. Some of it could actually be twisted and fucking fabricated. You know what I'm saying? Some of it could be old. Some of it could be new. Yeah. But what happens is when it's not right, it just ends up not being right. It never gets right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's the scary part about it. It's like once it's off, it stays off. It very rarely does it come back on because the person that got it off has to develop a conscience or a know-how. And that's very rare that occurs. So what I've learned, and I posted it, what I've learned in business and in family is very hard to find people that you truly trust. So along this journey, while you're doing this, you seem like you're doing a lot of things yourself, and you're gonna trust a PR person. Who else do you have around you that's gonna ensure your trust and your movement is gonna be safe as you go along?
So I'm gonna answer that question in 2 parts, right? So I got my lady. It took some time for me to. I'm a secretive person, like, and she called me Secret Squirrel forever, like, yo, see, secret squirrel ass nigga, you. But I feel like I'm not the type of person that's going to talk about what I gotta do. I be just trying to execute it, and I be so much in my head that I be, maneuvering everything, all the pieces to put it together, and then once I get it, I'm off. I'm not trying to stick around and trying to see or talk about it, because that's the worst part. Like, you be talking, or somebody else do the idea, or you never get around to doing it.
That's anytime I hear a great idea, I'll be like, stop talking. They be like, why? It's because I'm going to steal it. Like, I've been like, don't even say anymore. I remember I took a chick to a meeting with this big investor dude, and she didn't have none of her paperwork ready. And he's like, yo, if you didn't know Heineken, I would have just sat there, said, yeah, I got you, and stole your whole shit. Only reason I didn't steal your shit is because of him. Anytime great idea, I'm like, nah, I don't want to hear it. Because I'm going to steal it.
So I'm going to tell you something that happened to me, right? When I was in the can and I was locked up, I had thought about peanut butter and jelly Pop-Tarts, right? I said, yo, peanut butter and jelly Pop-Tarts, that would be fire.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I sketched it out. I said, man, I'll get these motherfuckers. Let me get some of this money. Because that's all I had. So much time in there. I'm like, I've been always thinking about how I could do something. So I'm like, peanut butter and jelly Pop-Tarts, that's fire. I did the poor man's hand copyright, boom, found out Pop-Tart address, sent it to them, sent it to my grandmom, sent it to here, there. Don't open that shit I sent y'all. I need that in case I read up how you do a poor man's hand copyright. I said, yeah, I sent it to them, boom. They ain't never hollered back. I come home, them niggas got. I looked out when the date came out. I said, yo, they owe me money. I said, yo, grandma, remember that I sold you? I told you don't open it. She like, boy, I don't know where that goddamn letter at. I'm like, all right. They got one up on me, but That's just a small. That's just small, something small. But to me, that was something big because that showed me like, yo, I'm thinking, and we on the same playing field, but we ain't got the same platform.
If you was white, you would have went for it though.
Yeah.
See, us black people, we kind of give up because the idea of going against the big machine and I don't have no money kind of deters
resources.
You. Yeah, but if you really had that, I would have I would have tried to
with it, right?
Yeah, because it was mailed, it was stamped out. Somebody like how you mailed it to all those different people. Like if nobody put that shit up, then yeah, that's a travesty. But I still would have tried to go along and be like, I know you got my letter. I know,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somehow, some way, yeah, the resources is a problem for us black people. Yeah. But that's why I said a white person,
they would have went for
it. They would have went to the news. They would have started paying people.
Yep.
They would have found somebody that fucked with them and be like, yo, did you really do this? Yeah, blase, blah. And they would have been like, yo, it's worth $50,000 to try to see if we can get $18 million because
that's a nice
you really
trade-off.
wrote this from jail, blase, blah, and then you go bluff and be like, yo, it is a way for us to track his mail. So do y'all want to settle type of shit?
$3 million right there.
White people would have taken that shit all the way to the end, bro.
And that's a good point because like everybody, like I'm gonna keep referring to jail because it was a big part of my life. I got locked up at 16. I didn't come home until I was 23. So you know what I'm saying, it was a large part of my life, but I learned a lot. It's like you said, like it could be. You said outside jail's like
college,
but for real, that's what it was for me though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But one thing I learned is that the shit that jail take from you, it's not nothing that everybody be talking about. That shit is you losing yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? Then coming home and then you gotta like relearn shit you already know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's the word. So the younger me that went in there would have never let that go. You know what I'm saying? But then me doing that time and me having it's like mind you, I'm doing time, I'm doing dirt the whole time. I'm trying to make money. I'm doing all of that. I don't care. I had to develop a demeanor where I'm like
I'm able to let shit go.
Yeah, I'm able to let it go
without being high-headed.
Not being high-headed because I gotta be undetected. I always gotta be undetected in there.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
if you get high-headed, it's like Wazzy.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Oh, he into something exactly. He into something that we don't even know about.
I was selling all the drugs in the jail, right? And I wasn't even going to the yard. I was the janitor in the house. Them niggas would never all he do is go. I used to drink hot water. Just because every day in the morning when I come out, I could see what officer is on. I could check his temperature. But not by talking to him, by just looking at him and seeing what's going on. I said, what type of day I'm gonna have with this nigga? This nigga is a dickhead. I can't leave my cell. I can't leave my whole situation because I got the drugs close by. I gotta watch it. But I gotta watch him more than anything because I gotta know what type of temperature it is. So that shit took some, even though I gained something, it took a lot from me just trying to be always undetected.
Gotcha.
So it's that type of time. But the second part of the question that you asked me on who I have around me, like a lot of people I met in there, I know people be like, yo, this nigga jail, we met jail niggas, but them some of the like most vulnerable and realest niggas I met because niggas, we don't got nothing in there. What the fuck is we? You know what I'm saying? But it's still authentic, and then there's the phony part. So it's up to you to be able to weed it out. Mm-hmm. But when I need to, like, you know what I'm saying, play my little chess, I bounce ideas off of them. I got, one guy in particular that I taught, and I would do a business venture with him. But I talked to him, and then I talked to my girl. But as for a man, I talk to him. I got a few people I could talk to, but I keep it within them few people.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? And I could count on them. I don't think it's, they are gonna hear this. I don't think they're gonna take it the wrong way, but I don't think it's necessarily about trust. You know what I'm saying? Because trust is very hard to come by. Because everybody got their little flaws. I think it's more about like, I can give him the benefit of doubt that this would be done, and that would be done. I don't think nobody got no 100% trust. It's hard. No. You know what I'm saying? It's hard that way. But, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might have it, but I don't know.
Man, listen.
I'm still growing.
Before we wrap this up, I got one more question. I probably got one. What's the name of your project?
Yeah.
Slumlord. Slumlord.
Because one of my uncles had a building in Brownsville, and he used to rent out to hookers and shit like that, and they would just call us slumlords because we was always trying to kick them out because these bitches wouldn't pay on time. So it just resonate, and we would always have to call the marshals. I think I said this to SO, and the bitches would pull up a shoebox
and pay the money there.
Yeah.
Oh, my uncle said,
shit.
"Die, bitch! I don't want your fucking money. Suck dick down the block. Get out."
Their money was no good no more. After a while,
she pulled out 7 bands.
Nah,
That's how much rent she owed. And he's like, no, bitch.
Done.
The cereal was right there. The kids was like, no better feeling than bringing the marshals for ungrateful bitch. Name of the project, Slumlord, Lootie Banz, Harlem, Queens, Brooklyn.
Tell them how they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Lootie Banz, LOOTIE.BANZ.
Oh, you looting. Lootie Banz.
I'm little. Yeah.
I used to rob a lot with Harlem niggas. It's this long story. Yeah. Them niggas was from the West Side. This is years ago.
That sound like West Side shit.
Nah, but they always fucked up the package because they was flashy when they was robbing. I was quiet, you know.
Nah,
like, yo, yeah, we just stole the package. Let's look at it. I'm like, nigga, the cops are right there still.
Regular shit.
So you told me IG. Do you got a website?
I got a website. Yeah, Lootie, same thing. LOOTIE.BANZ.com. You're gonna find everything that you need. I got merch up there. I got music coming. Everything is gonna drop on September 15th. But the website is up. You can go check it out.
Bet. This is 50.com.
Whoa. We out.
Oh, dang.